football night in America. Served by Applebee's.
For the final time this year, we join you for our wrap-up on the day. And as usual, it's Rodney and Florio and Tony Dungy. And because we've reached the very end, we can now give you Chris Sims. Well, now we can give America Chris. He never joins us. These segments are really very good. Some of the best stuff we do. Best conversation we have.
Have we downgraded with him or something? Is that
Are you saying they're not going to be as good now that I'm up here? Is that what you're trying to say?
You know the thumbs up, thumbs down?
Yeah.
America will give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. All right, Rodney, I'm going to start with you. What'd you think of San Francisco? They win here, a very dominant defensive performance.
You know, Mike, earlier we talked about them possibly being overconfident.
Right.
But this team is very confident. They believe in their offense. They believe in their defense. But more importantly, they believe in their head coach. They feel like they can go all the way to the Super Bowl with Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, I think, similar thought. Kyle Shanahan gets his first playoff victory under his belt. Jimmy Garoppolo does too. Now this team is going to know, okay, this is what it's like to be in playoff football. I just think it's going to help them for next week. They are a very talented team. I don't care who comes in here next week. I expect the 49ers to be in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And we see the final score, and we think it was an easy win for the 49ers, but they really did have to weather things early on. The offense was a little sluggish. There were a couple of close ones for Jimmy Garoppolo. He could have had a couple more interceptions than he did. They stiffened, and then after halftime, they just kind of pulled away, and it felt easy, but it could have gone either way at halftime.
You okay?
I'm fine. Are you okay?
Okay.
You're not going to be okay. You're not going to be okay later.
Okay.
But I want to talk about the San Francisco defense. They got Quan Alexander back, D Ford back, and that just seemed to energize this group. But they are so fast up front. We've seen Dalvin Cook just shred secondaries. He didn't have any room today.
You talk about how fast they were up front. They're extremely fast at the middle linebacker position and in the secondary. Sorry, Mike.
Oh, no, you're good. I wanted to share, as standing on the sideline here as the clock was winding down, it was a great moment. You saw John Lynch, and John came over and gave you a hug. John Lynch played for you, obviously, in Tampa. Your feeling, watching one of your pupils, if you will, one of your players, be an architect of a team that was similar to the Bucs teams that you built.
No, I told John I was so proud of him. When he got the job, he told me he was going to use the blueprint that we did in Tampa. Mm-hmm. High quality, high character guys, fast, physical, tough, and he's got that.
Yeah, he's knocked it out the park.
On the offensive side, you mentioned Garoppolo didn't have his greatest statistical day. Accuracy was not there as we've seen it at other points. Any window for concern as you look at next week?
I don't think so. Yeah, there was a few balls that came out of his hand a little funny, but that's why I think that, this game will be important for him. Okay. Just to feel the atmosphere in the stadium, know the speed of playoff football. As these guys could tell you, they got a more experience in playoff football than me, but the game gets faster and more physical, and he seemed to at least adjust to it, and he'll be better off next week.
No, I kind of look at him, and I'm concerned because I know he's very confident in his arm and all his weapons, but he forced some balls in there that, like Mike talked about, should have been intercepted. And if they're intercepted, it possibly changes the complexity of the game.
Shanahan, I guarantee next week will make sure he designs some plays early just to make sure he's got some confidence and feeling good.
Well, he had a great design early
on
in this game. It was quick passing, play action, get it out fast, and that first drive was surgical.
It was.
If they run the ball next week like they did this week, it isn't going to matter. Well, any of us could play quarterback.
That's right.
And it won't matter
not really.
if they can gain 4, 5, 6 yards every time they run the ball.
Michael, I'll start with you with Minnesota and the Vikings. Let's put a cap on their season. They lose to Green Bay that Monday night, Week 16. Thus, they have to go the wild card round as the 6th seed. Now, that win at New Orleans is something that they can really be proud of, but they're denied a second NFC Championship game in 3 years. Spin it forward. What's the future headlines the Vikings fans have to watch here in the offseason?
Well, they've got some big decisions to make at some of their biggest jobs. Head coach Mike Zimmer has a contract that only runs through 2020. GM Rick Spielman has a contract that runs through 2020.
Wait, I thought Ziggy Wolf came out and said, that we're going to be...
We have every intent.
Right.
Well, they had no intent to trade Percy Harvin once upon a time, and they traded him a week later.
So you're doubting a little bit.
I'll believe it when they sign him to new contracts.
Okay.
And I don't think you can let these guys go into 2020 without new contracts. Yeah. If you want them, you have to take care of business. And with Kirk Cousins, huge salary cap number, the last year that 3-year contract fully guaranteed, if they think he's the guy they can keep building around, then they need to extend that too. take away all the questions and get all these guys under contract for multiple years to come, and you got to deal with running back Dalvin Cook, because I don't think he's showing up for anything until he gets his second contract, because he's got no financial security beyond this year.
Anybody else thought on Minnesota?
I don't think with Kirk Cousins, and this is the first time, and you know I'm a big Kirk Cousins fan, but this is the first time I said that I don't think they can win a Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins. He's a robot in the pocket. He can't move. They got to find him an athletic quarterback that could just move and just make plays with his legs.
Well, they're stuck with him for next year. Your point is real. There's no doubt about that. The one thing I think is just the offense has to expand too. I mean, there's got to be a little more creativity in the pass game. When we saw them struggle this year, the run game didn't work, the bootleg game didn't work because of that, and then you went, oh, wait, they can't seem to get first downs and touchdowns with the drop-back pass game. I just think that's an area they probably got to expand on a little bit.
Don't throw away last week's game because of this week's game.
Yeah.
Last week was a big, big win. They can build off that.
And they may need a new offensive coordinator, because Kevin Stefanski could be the next head coach of the Browns, because he's now available to be hired.
Would he get hired off of that game? That's a question I think that we'd have to ask. I always love sitting next to the wise man because he always has the wise final word.
Who Florio?
No, my man Tony right here. It's been a great year, guys. Thanks. We've enjoyed it.
Good job,
and we're sorry that this segment was so good and so entertaining all year, and then we brought Chris here. It was still pretty good. So, thanks for a great season. Thanks for joining us. Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.